first talking point of the show today, I want to jump into Luton Town away this weekend for Manchester United. For Sam, can Man United make the top 4? Do you think we will make the top 4? Or it could be top 5 for Champions League football, because as it stands, there's enough coefficient points. So will Man United make it into the Champions League this season?
There is a world in which you both and all the United fan base might find themselves supporting Liverpool at the end of the season in all scenarios, to be honest with you. Your biggest rival, because you might need us to win that Europa League for this whole coefficient thing. I actually had a really good debate with Staffy, and I hear his viewpoints on this whole thing. First of all, I think the problem is the point swing with Spurs. It's not just a point swing. There's one big problem: goal difference. Last I checked, the goal difference was like 15 or 14 or something mad. So when you have that much of a goal difference, like you need to count that as an extra win, basically, in my opinion, because of your level on points. Essentially, they're the ones who get top 4.
Yes.
So I think this is kind of what you need as well. You need multiple wins. I think you're basically requiring a bit of a point swing from Spurs. So Spurs need to bottle it. Footy Judge Mo, please, how are you playing devil's advocate from the comment section? You're the biggest fraud on this planet. Anyway, back to this thing.
No days off, Mo. No days off.
Have a day off being devil's advocate on a Friday as well. Have some shame. Anyway, I think Man United won't get top 4 because the point swing is a bit too much unless Spurs go on the biggest bottle job thing, but you can finish 5th. Aston Villa, I called this Aston Villa drop-off. Now, Luton Town this Sunday, there's 2 things I want to say before I let you both, because you both are United fans. 2 things. First of all, I think Luton will win this Sunday. I really do. And it's because I actually, you can ask Staffy right now. I predicted a win for United Villa away. I swear I did. Wallah, you can ask him right now. I don't just predict United losses. But I think with Luton, they really will bounce back. Like, I sense a bounce back. And Luton Town, objectively speaking, have drawn to Liverpool, have given City a game. City were very lucky. Have given Arsenal a game. Arsenal were very lucky. Have given Chelsea a game. Chelsea were very lucky to get points in their own backyard. So it's very difficult for the teams that play at home. The one point of disagreement between me and Staffy is, I think Ratcliffe is going to sack Ten Hag anyway. So Man United fans should want and should aim for their club to get top 4 regardless. Because Ratcliffe is going to sack Ten Hag, going to get a new guy in anyway. So might as well start your rebuild in the Champions League. That's the only thing that me and him disagree on.
So you said it, so I'm going to say it. I swear to God that we are not getting beat by Luton this weekend. It is not happening. We are not getting beat by Luton this weekend. I'll stand up and say it. We are going to put 2 or 3 goals past them. Rasmus Højlund is scoring again. We've not had a great season. There's lots to criticize Man United about, but we're in a winning streak, and it is not Luton. But as entertaining as they are, as hard a place as it has been for people to go and win, I don't think, one, they're going to respect us in the same way they've respected Liverpool's and City's and Arsenal's. I think they're going to open up, and I think we'll take them apart. That's no disrespect to them. We're on a winning run, and we'll do that. And I think we'll win this weekend, and I think we'll make 5th. I don't think we'll come 4th, but I think we'll make 5th and qualify for the Champions League. Villa are going to fall away now. Villa's legs are gone. Villa's legs are gone. They put so much energy into the beginning of the season. I almost feel the game against us was almost that last hurrah. And you saw when they equalized, they had nothing left to go. And that's going to start happening in more and more games. So yeah, we'll beat Luton this weekend. I'm really confident of that, especially the form that Rasmus Højlund is in. He's going to score again. There's no doubt about it. Mainu dictating that midfield. We'll be all right this weekend.
By the way, just before you go to Staffy with the coefficient thing, Lazio beating Bayern, I think, is a negative for you guys, if I'm not mistaken, because Italian clubs are the next club with the next country with the whole coefficient thing. So I think Lazio beating Bayern is a negative for you, because you need like the Italian teams out as well. I think something like that for the 5th place. But I agree with that. I think you get 5th place. I've agreed with that.
I don't understand where the confidence is coming from. Like, I would love to be there. I would love to understand where this confidence is coming from. Let me remind you, this is the there you are. There, say with your accent. There you
are. There you are.
Hey, here's the thing. Let me remind you, this is the same player that was confident in the summer with all our signings and said we would compete for the league. So this is what I'm saying.
Got I wrong, didn't I? Don't condescend to me, Staffy. Don't condescend to me.
Don't listen to them. Don't drag me into this. I'm new here. Anything that happened before my debut doesn't belong to me. But listen, I would love to know where Terrace is getting this energy from, because I don't watch this team and I get the same energy. I just think we shithouse wins week after week. listen, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here and contradict myself. I always say that it's a results business. Results make you get out of trouble. That's just how it is. This is why when we were playing bad and losing, people cared. Now we're playing bad and winning, a lot of people don't care. It's just a simple fact of how football works. But I look at it from a different lens. I look at it in terms of this is not a race, it's a marathon. There's so many games still left, and I'm looking at our competition. And our competition play much more sustainable football than us. They actually get more sustainable wins than us. I don't look at our team and I'm like, I'm guaranteed that we're going to pick up the 3 points the next game because we don't play every game according to the game before. Every game comes in with its different events, different style, different issues, different ups, different downs. And I go into United games not knowing what to expect. I just go in and just praying for the best on the day. Going away to Luton, we've seen Luton trouble some big teams already that are actually playing better football than us. I've seen it happen with Arsenal, with Liverpool, with City. Can't remember all the results, but a lot of people rate Luton at home. And you know how it is, Terry. United coming to town, it doesn't matter how good or bad United are. When United are going to town, especially if you're from a small club like Luton, it's a big event for you. Because when's the last time Luton had Manchester United coming to their home ground? At the end of the day, it's still a big occasion. And the occasion always plays itself when we go to these small grounds. It's the last game on Sunday. I believe it's like 4:30 your time, you guys' time. So it's going to be a main event. Everyone's going to be sitting down watching the game Sunday night and all that under the lights. It's a big occasion for them more than United, and that's where I look at this game and I'm like, all right, they're going to be up for it. They smell blood. They've seen us in previous seasons. They've seen teams worse than them, the likes of Newport County. Get a guy off a dairy farm, told him to put his boots down, put your gloves down, put the cow back in the barn, and we need you to score a goal today. And that's happened. That's actually happened. You know, we've seen West Ham, who actually got smacked by Arsenal, had no chance against them. Yes, we did beat them, but they had more chances against us. They had over 20 shots against us. We're a team that conceded 60 shots in the last 3 games to opposition like Aston Villa, who are not playing their best football like they were earlier in the season, West Ham, who they want to sack their manager, and as I said, Newport County, that's 3 teams. Not to mention that this is the same team that also scored the same amount of goals as us. We're sitting here in February. We have the same amount of goals scored like Luton. So I basically have to go into a shootout knowing Sunday, like realistically, when you look at the numbers, 33 to 33, it's a shootout. Who's going to score the most goals? Because we both have the same amount of goals.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Statistically, yes.
Over the season, yes, but you also have to then take into consideration recent form. Over one third of our 33 goals have come in our last 4 games. So our current goal scoring run rate, now that Hoyland's confident has clicked in, you've got Garnacho that's playing better as an example. Those 2 things change that for me, because I want us to try and make Champions League football next year. Because I agree with you. Me and Staffy went through this yesterday on the top 6. I still think we're going to get rid of Ten Hag irrespective of where we finish. So therefore, me believing that, I want to make top 4 or Champions League football, because you have no idea. If we get that new manager, we could be a much better team next year. And then with the I'd rather have a chance.
Like us right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's Klopp's first year. And right now, if we were in the Champions League, guys, let's cut the bullshit. Not every time agenda. Talk about the City fans in the chat, get sensitive directly. You know Liverpool would be one of the favorites for the Champions League. You know this. Like, look, it would if Liverpool are on the Champions League as things stand, as currently constructed, it would probably be like Man City, Real Madrid, 3rd Liverpool. 99% of the people would say that, to be honest with you. Some people might even say like Real Madrid, Liverpool, City. Some people might say like it's gonna be those 3, basically is what I'm saying. So, like, yeah, I think this is why, like, Staffy and the United fans and every single United fan, even who hates the shit out of Ten Hag, they just need this top 4 thing, because you just don't know what the hell is going to happen next season. What if you get an amazing manager? What if you sign 3 amazing players? Suddenly you're in a very good position, you know? So, yeah, it's on Ratcliffe now, and who he hires. But I think, look, everything in life has pros and cons. And honestly, there is literally 0 cons to Man United being in the Champions League. There is just nothing negative about it. It's just all positive.
I agree. We've got some questions here, some interesting ones. First one is for you, Hassam. It says, Hassam, American or Yorkshire pudding?
Isn't American pudding just like regular pudding? Like
there's nothing called American pudding. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never had Yorkshire pudding, but I've had American pudding.
When you come to the UK, bruv, you can come stay with me, and I'm going to make you the best Sunday roast you've ever had in your life. I will course. I'll make sure, I'll go and get all the right stuff.
Halal.
I'll make you proper, halal meat, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Everything else is everything else will be, don't need halal veg, but halal meat, 100%. And I'll make you a proper, authentic Yorkshire pudding. Trust me, you'll fall in love. They're amazing. They're beautiful with the right gravy. Oh, beaut. This here bench, start, bench, drop. Maldini, Ramos, Ferdinand.
Start Maldini, bench Rio, drop Ramos.
I agree.
It's that simple.
Oh, not you, Mr. Trophy Merchant, agreeing. You're such a fraud, Terry.
Am I
You specifically have to say bench Ramos.
No.
You out of everyone.
No.
Because I say start Maldini, bench Rio, sell Ramos. Because I think Ramos is very overrated. I'm sorry. But Mr. Trophies himself sitting in the middle, put your trophies on the table. Scholes has 11 Premier Leagues. How many Champions Leagues does Ramos have? How many
He has
La
a
Liga?
lot. He has a lot. But Rio Ferdinand has won all those trophies as well. Not as many. I would say I would hazard a guess that Rio's won more league titles than Ramos has La Ligas.
Yes.
He must have, because Real Madrid didn't win that many like La Ligas for a long period of time.
Ramos has like 3 leagues. Rio, I think, has like
Rio's
6
got more. Leo's got more league titles than him, so the trophy element counts there. But my only reason for not picking Ramos, they're all winners, they're all world class. It's the amount of yellow and red cards he picks up. Like, genuinely, that's the only issue I've got with Ramos, is that he's going to miss on average, especially in the Prem, right? Man's going to miss 6 to 9 games a season. So yeah, I ain't having it. No, Rio Maldini is what I would do there. That is who I would go with personally.
Ramos has 5 leagues. How many leagues does Ferdinand have? Let's check quickly.
Rio's got to have 6.
Bro, you're counting Ramos's leagues when he was on the bench as a right back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
even-
One more league, basically. Yeah, but then you're counting 02, 03. You're counting 06, 07, 07, 08, 08, 09.
Yeah, but Rio played integrally in all those teams. So yeah.
No, but I think towards the end.
But trophy-wise, Rio's got every trophy a professional football player can win. So I'm not going to, the trophy argument don't quite count there. But yeah. Another super chat here says, big up the panel, going to be a top show. Thank you, Halftime Hooks. By the way, Halftime Hooks, I like more than Studio Hooks. I like that. It's a good name.
Studio Hooks better. I don't know. He sounded like a producer with Studio Hooks.
It's true.